today's topic is 5 easy ways to celebrate life with share. And I know right now with the times and COVID, it is hard to find those celebrations, but we want to show you what all capabilities you have to be able to celebrate life in your communities using the share products. Remember, if you have any questions at any time, please don't hesitate to pop them in the chat box so that we can address them in our time together today. So the first easy way to be able to celebrate life is through birthdays. So you're going to use the birthday channel. They will repeat yearly, and they show for 7 days in advance of the birthday and disappear the day after. You are able to choose a background as well as provide a picture of the birthday guy or gal. So I am going to switch gears, and I'm going to open up my admin. When you click into the community you'd like to add the birthday to, you simply go down to the birthdays channel, and here is where you would be able to add new birthdays. Now remember, there is the drop-down box here on the right-hand side to adjust the month. What I always give the pointer to people is that as you're working on the next month's calendar, go ahead and pop into the next month and just make sure that the people that are listed there are still celebrating birthdays with you. If they're not, you just want to click in there and delete the birthday. Okay, back to our slides. The second way to celebrate life, and we thank you to those of you who just joined on, we have gotten started, and our first way to celebrate life was through birthdays. If you haven't already, please make sure you open up that group chat box, introduce yourself, put your name and your community, and just continue to follow along. So thank you again for taking time out of your day. So the second way to celebrate life using your community share slideshow is using milestones and achievements and celebrating those. Now those can be done in the announcement channel, and you can celebrate wedding anniversaries, staff work anniversaries, a resident of the month, so that might be a specific achievement, or even an employee of the month. So where you would add those is if you go into your admin, you go down to the announcements channel, you can create a new announcement, and it can be an anniversary, it can be the name of it, or congratulations, whatever you would like it to be. You can choose the background that you would like. If you do choose the 2 backgrounds, there's one that is this gold one, and there's one that there's this blue one. And when you choose those 2 specific backgrounds, the employee of the month and the manager of the day, what it will do is it will show the text of the announcement, and if you have a picture attached, when the picture slides in, it will show the text and the picture simultaneously. So on my example here, see this employee of the month, it has the text about Stephanie and why she earned employee of the month, but it also provides the picture next to it. So I think that's a nice touch. And those are these 2 backgrounds here. If you would like to select those are available for everyone. Okay. So our second one was milestones and achievements, so celebrating those. The next one is welcomes. So it can be also created in the announcement channel, and you can personalize the welcome either for new residents, new staff members, or tours. So this one that I gave an example of here is a new staff member. If you wanted to also put the picture, remember those 2 backgrounds that I showed you here just a little bit ago, that would allow you to have the picture and the name next to each other when announcing a new staff member. If you just choose a regular background slide, what will happen is that it will show the text, and then the picture will slide on top of the announcement for the last 5 seconds. So remember, in admin, you would create this particular celebration in the announcements channel as well. Our next one is celebrating life in memory of someone who has passed. So there are a bunch of different backgrounds. Where you would do this is in the in memory channel. So if I flip over here to admin, it's right underneath the birthdays is the in memory channel. If you click in there, you can create a new in memory. The only required field is the name. And you can can put as much of the name as you want, and it will show from 7 days from when you put it in the system, unless you indicate a deceased date. Then it will show from 7 days from the deceased date. There are a bunch of different backgrounds that you can choose from. And then you also have the ability to add a picture as well. So just to kind of reinforce that, it will show from 7 days from when it's input or 7 days from the deceased date. You can choose a background and you can also add a picture. I'm going to pause here for just a second and see if we have any questions on the different celebrations that we have covered so far. If so, pop them in the chat box. We do want to make sure that we address your questions in our time together today. This topic is fairly straightforward, but it's a lot of good information as to what you can do with your LifeShare system. Our next one is media, so celebrating life with media. So the example I've given here is one of our clients, Trilogy, did a YouTube video about Mother's Day celebrations. So there can be Father's Day, just different ones like Veterans Day. You can create media albums, whether it's pictures or videos, to be celebrating these events in life. So use the pictures and videos channel. Celebrate the everyday life moments, use captions to add resident names, and make sure that you create individual albums, because what that allows you to do is it allows you to control the date range of which they will be showing in your slideshow. So I'm going to flip over to LifeShare Admin again. Where you would add your media albums is the one that says pictures and video. When you click in there, you see the all pictures, all video, but remember, you don't want to add directly into these two albums. You want to create a new album or add to an existing album that you have so that you can better control the time frame. When you create a new album, if the green show switches on, that means it's going to be able to be shown whenever the time range is live in your slideshow, but also in the mobile app for families and your more tech-savvy residents. So I always tell people create an album and put your media into an album rather than add it directly into the all pictures or all videos. So go ahead, you put in your time range. So this may be, I know this is out of date, but Mother's Day. And you can say, okay, I don't want it to show past this certain date, but I do want people to be able to enjoy it now. So once you click save and create the album, you have the ability to add pictures, videos, and YouTube videos. With the video, we do suggest that we keep it under 100 megabytes. With the YouTube video, you have to make sure that you don't have any music license violations. And if it's going to be shown in the slideshow, you do want to make sure your video is kept to 3 minutes or less. Otherwise, it will bog down your slideshow. But remember, there still is the option for you to upload longer length videos, hide them from your slideshow, and still pull them up on demand. Any questions at all about adding media? Remember, for those of you who have never used the YouTube video, if you click on that option, you're just going to copy the web address from when you go to YouTube. You copy what's up at the top when you get to that video and paste it here. Any questions at all about using media to celebrate life? So real quickly, I want to give a quick note that remember, these types of content will show in the slideshow and the mobile app for your families to be able to see. That's your birthdays, announcements, and any media that is currently live in the slideshow. If it's hidden from the slideshow or the date range is not live, it will not show in the mobile app. And remember, all communities that use Community Share have access to the Community Access PIN at their community. So I'm going to go back to admin and show you where you can find that information. When you scroll down to settings, you go to mobile access and it will list out what your community access PIN is for that particular community. In addition, this button up here in the upper right-hand corner that says mobile login codes, when you click that, it will generate a flyer that contains both a QR code and the community access pin to help family members or your more tech-savvy residents log in and receive the information that you are posting. So here's an example of one of the flyers that you can download, you can print, or you can share it through email. So it gives directions on how to download the app, and then they can choose whether they feel comfortable scanning the QR code or they would prefer just to type in the community access pin. And remember, it will give them access to the birthdays, announcements, and any media that is live in the slideshow celebrating those life celebrations. In addition, they'll also have access to see activities and menus, information about the community, and be able to contact staff. Any questions at all about anything that we've covered so far? If so, pop those in the chat box for me. What we will do today is follow up with you that have attended today with a PDF of this slideshow that I'm presenting here. And in here, we will have resources listed with links to where you can find out about the content that you can add, adding pictures and videos, and content that can be seen in the mobile app. So you'll have access to these 3 links to be able to find out even more information about this topic. Well, that is all that I have prepared for you today. We did go under our time together, so you have a little extra time. Thank you for attending and learning more about this topic. I want to let you know that our next webinar is going to be covering tips for creating an engaging digital signage slideshow. So we'll be giving out tips on how to make it more engaging and inviting for those that are seeing it in your communities, as well as those that are seeing it remotely through the mobile app. So if you are interested in that topic, don't forget to mark your calendars for September 8th at 4 p.m. Eastern. We will send another email similar to that we did this time to remind you that this specific topic is coming up, so we would love to have you join us. As always, you can reach out to our support team with any questions that you may have. Our information is provided there, and I do encourage you to follow us on social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and we also encourage you to follow our parent company, Spectrio, as well.